Hello everyone, you've tuned into Valley Homes on TV. You're watching Channel 26. We air on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6:30 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Todd, how are you?
Doing great, Deb. Yeah, and you're looking chipper today?
I am. A little wintry here. It's still a little chilly out there, but spring's arriving. So
yeah, it's right around the corner.
Yep. How and things are good and
yeah, absolutely.
Family's good and
everybody's doing wonderful in the Flesner household.
Good.
So, well,
speaking of children,
yes,
we just talked offline, and I understand that you have visited our new library here.
Well, I have. They've taken the kids down there. We've toured and used some of the resources there, and we have a great library here in town.
We do.
Yeah, I think a lot of folks have probably been there, but for those who haven't been, we're going to talk about what I think is a great resource here in Milpitas.
And we have brought Linda Arbaugh, who is our city librarian and in charge of the beautiful library. And welcome, Linda. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me, Debbie.
Yeah, we'd like to talk about different assets in the community and attributes when people move in, or as homeowners, what they find that's important to them in the community and services that are available. And the library is a big key to our community. So.
Absolutely. It is a wonderful resource for all of Milpitas.
In fact, if I remember, it was listed in the Milpitas Post as one of the best picks of the best buildings or government official buildings or something.
Best historic building, best example of government spending. Best place to get free videos, best free programs, our children's programming, story times. So, we were very happy with.
Right.
So, multiple award-winning library.
Yes.
So now, tell us about your new home. The library's been open for how long now?
We've been open for 14 months, Todd, and it is a fabulous building. The library incorporates the historic Milpitas Grammar School and really showcases the grammar school. The grammar school is on the National Register of Historic Places, and it is really the centerpiece of the library. And it is just a wonderful asset to have a library that has incorporated this wonderful old school.
Let's see, the grammar school dates back to the early 1920s, is it?
1916 was when it was built and opened, and it was a grammar school for the children of the village of Milpitas for 40 years.
So the library is located where, then?
160 North Main Street.
Okay, and folks can access it going around Calaveras Boulevard?
Yes, from Calaveras, just take the Main Street off-ramp, and we're right there. We have a wonderful parking garage. People don't have any hard time parking anymore. And also we have wonderful hours. We are open 7 days a week. We're open 66 hours a week.
Okay, and what were the hours then?
Monday through Thursday from 10 until 9.
Okay.
Friday and Saturday from 10 until 6. And Sundays from 12 noon until 6 p.m.
So the building of the new library really was a response to a need in the community. When you went into the old library here next to City Hall before, the place was just packed to the gills.
That's absolutely right, Todd. It was 1/3 the size of the new library.
Which was 19,000 square feet, and we've now expanded to 60,000.
That's correct. That's absolutely correct. And it was just, people were elbow to elbow. Oftentimes, there was no place to sit for students working on projects, and we had to take away tables and chairs because we had this huge collection of materials for the community, and even so, we had videos on tables, and we had carts that were just part of the scenery because we just didn't have place to.
And parking was a problem also.
Yes, parking was always a problem.
Yeah.
So now, what are some of the aspects you've designed into this new building to really meet the needs of the community?
Okay. Well, we have many more computers for the public, for one thing. It used to be not uncommon to have a waiting list of 10 or 12 people for the computers. Now we have enough. There is rarely a waiting list for computers. We have study rooms. We have group study rooms. This was a big problem also in the other library. Just really didn't have a place for maybe a tutor with vision literacy to work with a learner. So now we have 2 small rooms for them. And
do those need to be reserved ahead of time?
They can be reserved on the day.
Okay.
On the day.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, vision literacy does get priority in reserving them, but small groups of 2 to 4 people, generally it's students, can reserve them on the day for an hour.
Actually, I think our Library Advisory Commission has met in one of those rooms. Is that correct?
We've met in the conference room, and we've also met in the auditorium. That's another lovely feature of this.
Yes. How many can that seat?
We can seat 180 people.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's a small stage there.
And that's the old stage. That's the old part of the old building, which not only was the grammar school, but then it evolved into a civic. It was our city hall,
Right.
And then it became a senior center. I
Yes.
believe.
Yes.
Do I have this right? And then,
Yes.
and then after that,
Well, the seniors moved out in 2002, and that was right in the midst of when we were planning the new building. And when all the studies were done, it turned out we needed 60,000 square feet, and so that was a wonderful win-win, really, to incorporate the school, because if we had built it on the side of the old library, it would have been like 4 stories tall and just looking like a big, tall structure.
So now we have the auditorium that we were talking about. What sort of events happen in the auditorium? Is that something that a group can come in and use, or is that used for library events? How do you utilize that space?
We use it for both library and public events. People, generally, it's nonprofit groups that can rent that space for $10. I mean, that is the best deal.
That's a bargain.
And you can have it for all day for that amount of money. We're not looking to make a lot of money off of this. It's just cleaning is what we're looking to recoup. So we have the Garden Club meets in there regularly. The Historical Society meets in there regularly. And we have also, in addition to community groups, we have library programs in there. In fact, I brought a few flyers, but just to give you an idea of some of the library programs that are coming up. This one is, if you're looking for a new job, this is an event here, a workshop, free. Everything in the library is free and open to the public. So that's another wonderful feature of the library. So this is happening on March 11th, Thursday, 5:30 to 8:30.
Okay, now that is tomorrow, and we may be airing after that. Is that an ongoing?
No,
Okay,
that is not.
Just curious.
But I do have a couple of other things. Musical groups, and this is an example of one. Christopher Dean is a Celtic guitarist. This will be the 6th year in a row we've had him. He's just wonderful. He tells stories and then incorporates the story behind the music and then plays the music for us. He's coming on Saturday, March 27th at 3 o'clock. Free, open to the public. And on Saturdays, of course, this is tax season.
It is.
And this is VITA, which is Volunteer Income Tax Assistance.
Yes.
We have that.
They get a grant from CDBG Foundation.
They did get a grant,
Yeah.
right. And we provide the space for them. They're working in our computer lab. 10 to 2 every Saturday. And this is really geared for seniors, for the disabled, for low income, and for those folks who are struggling with English.
Good. So you host a variety of different things there in the library. So how does somebody keep up with the different things that are coming on down the line in terms of library events? Is there a place they can go to find that, a website or something?
Right. They can go to our webpage.
Okay.
Right. It's the Santa Clara County Library webpage, and then they can click on Milpitas, and we have the local events listed on that webpage.
Okay. You want to go ahead and give that now?
www.santaclaralib.org.
Okay, let me ask a question.